Hey, it's Ansley, and what I got in front of me is a bottle of Mexicat Raicilla, and we're just starting to get into Raicilla. And Raicilla is a mezcal, which cannot be called mezcal because Mexican government said you can only call it mezcal when it comes to 7 particular states. This is made in Jalisco, but it's exactly the same idea. Backwoods people, very authentic, very small production, beautiful products. And this one is based, it's a Raicilla de Costa, means it's in the mountains above the Pacific Ocean, and it's 100% wild Maximiliana. Very rich, very elegant, great big thing, about as big as a Volkswagen, that looks a lot like a Tobola, and it smells and tastes a lot like a great big Tobola, a little heartier. And in part of the production is, instead of using a fire pit, they use this big clay igloo that's just got one fire hole in it at the bottom, and they build this big fire inside of it. And then when the igloo, the clay and adobe, and it gets really, really hot, they rake the coals out and throw the agaves inside and seal it up and let it bake for 2 or 3 days. And one of the immediate differences is that because there's no contact with the wood, as in a fire pit, is that there's none of that smokiness. So you get a much, to my mind, much cleaner, purer vegetal sense directly from the agave with this product. And you know, they ferment it and distill it in pot stills. So in your mouth, it's got a lot of presence, a lot of volume. That's the Maximiliana at work, the bigness of the plant. And it's got this custardy, citric overtone to it, which is really delightful. It really fills your mouth. And it's got this very nice sort of like top of the back of your throat, very flavorful finish. It's a really nice product. Most of these Raicillas, because they're made in incredibly small batches, go for maybe $80 or $90 a bottle. This is only $60. This is a good buy. Hey, while I'm the subject of Mexicat, I forgot the most important part, which is this guy has each one of these bottles called Mexicat. So it has one of these cats on the bottle. And these cats are incredibly detailed beadwork by Huichol artists. The Huicholes are an indigenous people who, instead of learning to be Spanish, retreated into the mountains where the Spanish couldn't get at them, and have more or less, they're the people that do peyote in their ceremonies. They've preserved their indigenous spirituality and are a very interesting people indeed. They're still, when you see them on the streets, you can recognize them. And he is deliberately supporting the persistence of their indigenous art by each one of these cats. Takes about 2.5 hours for an artist to make. Those are all individual little bitty beads, 3 a day, and every time you buy a bottle, you get one of those.